every time the player gets the ball, they take a touch based on their age. So every time they have possession, meaning the ball's around them, they have to look up, and then they have to make a decision. The decision should always, can you score? Can't score? Can you get someone that can score? If not, then you go back and around or whatever. That should go through their head nonstop. Some kids take longer. Some require 2-3 touches to identify a pass. But they have to be in that environment. They need to take a touch. They need to look up. And they need to play the ball according to decisions that they get to make, not from the flipping sideline over and over and over again, like learning anything you do at work, anything you do, like this podcast I'm doing. I do this 5 days a week, sometimes 7 days a week, talking about the same things over, and I have all these bells and whistles all over the place, and it's difficult to use, but over time, I'm actually gotten pretty good at it as far as YouTube. And by the way, today is a record day for me. I'm over 5,000 downloads today, shattering my one-day record of 2,300. That's a big deal for me. So I'm not Joe Rogan, but for a youth soccer podcast, not bad. Anyways, so thank you for listening. And what you can do to help this podcast grow is please share it. Let people know about it. That's number one thing you can do to it, other than buy a shirt. Buy a shirt and support me. And you can do that at coachcameron.com. But back to what we can do. We need to change the style of play where it's about the individual, not about the team. You can teach tactics. You can do all those things, coaches. Okay, you can do those things, but you got to shut up on the sideline, and you have to embrace the importance of controlling your sideline. That's why I got so mad when in Arizona, I don't know if the rules were for everybody else, that we had coaches on one side and parents on the other. That angered me. Because then I was screaming across the field at my parents. I remember a referee to shut them up. I would not tolerate it. I will lose my mind. And everyone knows it. And they still break the rule. And I still stay with my standard of shut up. And I remember a referee was like, you need to control your parents. I'm like, I want to. Can they sit next to me? Because they'll shut up if they're next to me. It's hard to scream, 45 yards across the field, or 60, 70 yards, depending on the size of the field to give us that day. A coach is a manager. You manage the parents and what they say. You educate the parents and let them know that they need to be training at home a ton. They need to work on their technique at home so you can work on your tactical stuff, the spacing and all that. That's important too, because you want them to understand shape, and you want them to be able to have time with the ball. So yes, you need to create tactics that will allow the individual to have success. So shape matters. I mean, there's so many things you can do. The second thing, the style of play. Second thing is managing your sidelines and educating your parents. The third thing has to be the most important. And we talk about this. This isn't foreign, but there's no follow through. Is the most important thing for these kids is the ability to play on Saturday, Sunday, or whenever it is, and make mistakes. Have to. And we need to change the rules of the game. Seriously, we got to change the rule. If you want to do something major, U.S. soccer, change the style of play. Give the tactics for the individual to take a touch, look up, make their own decisions. It could also be have possession. You can play one-touch soccer. You have to build towards that depending on your ability. So it's not always take a touch. I get that. But have possession, look up, and make a decision over and over and over again so you can get it done. The last thing, the most important thing is U.S. soccer. This is what you can do. Change the freaking rules. Make it a point system that you get points for every pass they make. Make it 1 point for every connected, or 2 points for every pass made in their back half. 1 point for every pass made in the attacking half, and then every pass they make in the attacking third. You can add another freaking line, make it 3 points for every pass made, or something like that. You change the rules, change the scoring system, because then